Hi, I'm Bruce. I'm with Xerox, and we're going to show you today how to utilize the scanning system, the new scanning system that will scan your documents from your school directly to the print shop. We're also going to show you the print shop and just show you how the efficiencies that are built in operate. Come on over here and I'll show you how this looks. Okay, first I'm going to push the scanning, the network scanning button. Okay, you'll notice that there are 5 templates on the screen. The first one is the default template, and you can just ignore that. It doesn't do anything. Then the next 4 templates are the ones that will scan to the print shop. The first one is next day scanning and one-sided. What that means is that we'll go over the parameters for next day scanning, but the main one is that it's white paper. If you scan it before 1 o'clock, you'll have your job by 8 o'clock the next morning. The one-sided means whatever the originals are, not what you want out, but what your originals are. If they're one-sided originals, you'll choose next day one-sided. If they're two-sided originals, you'll choose next day two-sided. The next 2 templates, you'll notice that don't say next day, or if you wanted to use colored paper. Okay, we're going to push the next day one-sided and scan a document here. Okay, now you'll notice that there are 5 questions that you need to ask or answer. The first one is username. Go ahead and push that button, and I'm going to just type in test, but you would type in your name so that we would know where to deliver the copies to the when it comes to the school. It'll have your name on it. Okay, now you'll push next, and the next question is number of copies. And I'm just going to choose 2, but you could choose however many copies you want of this particular job. Okay, at any time you can press done, and you'll notice that all 5 questions come up. And you can then review those questions. The other 3 questions have default values, which you'll probably use 90% of the time. But if you want to change any of those values, such as collated, two-sided printing, you can just touch that button and make that change. When we're finished, we'll touch OK, push the green start button on the machine, and it'll scan the job in. Now the job is now going to the print shop, and it will print out over here on the left side a receipt that comes directly from the print shop. So if you receive this receipt, you know that the print shop has received your job. Let's take a look at this sheet. First of all, we have a confirmation number up at the top. And down at the bottom there is a phone number. So if there's anything wrong with this job, you can call that phone number and tell them to delete that confirmation number right up there. And then you can go ahead and rescan it so it's correctly. But let's take a look at the other things that it has. First of all, it'll tell you what school it is that it came from. Right now we're at the print shop, so it came from the print shop. But if you were at White Bluff Elementary, for example, it would say White Bluff on there. Here it is the name that I put in, so it would have your name, Mrs. Smith, or whatever your name is, the number of pages, the number of copies that were made, that we chose, whether it's two-sided, stapled, and all the rest of it. And of course, it's white paper only for the next day. Now, if you'll notice on the back, there is a thumbnail of the document we just scanned, and if you scan more than 1 page, there would be 4 thumbnails on here, or as many thumbnails as the pages that you scanned. So now you can take a look and make sure that it's scanned, and that is the document that you wanted, and that you didn't put the document in upside down so it was blank. This way you can verify that what you scanned is what you want. So anyways, that is what will happen. Let's go ahead and go into the print shop and show you what happens after this is scanned. Okay, here's where the jobs show up once they are sent to the print shop. Here's our test copy that we did just right here. At this point, we can send it to any one of 5 high-speed copy machines. Or we can go and choose a whole group of them and send them all at one time to any one machine. The real efficiency is where it takes mere seconds to send these jobs to the printers, whereas before, when they were coming in by hand, it would take up to 3 minutes for the operator to program it into the machine. So now, what used to take 3 minutes for one job, we can do 10 in about 15 seconds. Here's a job that came in for White Bluffs Elementary. You can see it's very similar to the scanned confirmation sheet we received earlier. This one has a confirmation number. It's going to White Bluffs Elementary. Came from a S Horner and had 16 pages, all of which is on there. And then, of course, underneath is the actual job that came in. Now, from here, this job will be shrink wrapped and put into boxes and delivered before 8 o'clock the next morning. Okay, let's go back to the school and to the copier. And let's say, for example, we now want to have our job printed on colored paper. So back to the templates, we're now going to choose one of the bottom two templates, and I'm going to go ahead and choose one-sided because our originals are one-sided. Once I choose that, you'll notice that the next screen has an extra question that it's asking. It's asking us for the color of paper or the paper code to put in there. Now here above each machine there is a paper with the list of paper codes on there. So let's say, for example, we want to print this job in green. 5 is the code for green, so we're going to type in 5 onto the screen. And now we've chosen to have our job printed in green paper. Okay, now I'm going to show you a feature that's on the machine. It doesn't have anything to do with scanning to the print shop. It's just an additional feature that are on these machines that is handy for teachers and teachers' assistants to use. It's called scanning to email. Let's say, for example, you have a student who's homesick and the mother calls and says, "Hey, can you send little Albert's homework home?" And you say, "Yes, Mrs. Einstein. If you could give me your email address, I'd be glad to send it." The way to do that is on the machine. I'm going to touch where it says scan to email. And from there, you can go into the directory, the district's directory, and type in just, for example, the first few letters of your last name. I'm going to go ahead and type in Palmer for Shelley Palmer. She happens to be the big cheese, the guru of the print shop here. And there we have a whole list of Palmers, or people who start with the letter P-A-L, and here we have Shelley. And so we choose Shelley, choose Add and OK, and now we can print, whatever we scan through the document handler will go directly to her email box. What it does is it converts the document into a PDF file and attaches it to the email. From there, if you send it to your own email box, you can add comments and it'll show who the email actually came from. So just another extra feature that's on the machine. There's no cost associated with it. Feel free to use it and enjoy it. Thank you for watching our presentation. I hope it helped you understand the efficiencies of the scanning system that Richland School District has provided for you. Let me just review a couple of those efficiencies and why it's important for you to use this system. First of all, for every copy that you send to the print shop, saves the district approximately 0.6 of a cent. Now, it doesn't sound like much, but with the thousands of copies that are done every month in the schools on the copy machines, the district pays thousands of dollars for. So remember that you can save the district money. The other real efficiency is for every hour that somebody spends in the copy center monitoring those 5 machines is equivalent to 10 hours of a teacher or a teacher's assistant standing by a copy machine in the school. So you can save a lot of time and get the teachers and the teachers' assistants back in the classroom where they belong. Thank you for watching again, and I'd like to take this opportunity to thank you, the teachers, teachers' assistants, principals, and administrators for doing such a great job with our children in the Richland School District.